Terence Crawford, Tszyu at 154. Is this a bigger fight than the Errol Spence rematch? What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red Sports. Let's talk about it. Alright, y'all. So, the rumor mill is swirling surrounding the next fight of Terence Bud Crawford. And a lot of people were led to believe it was going to be Chris Eubank, which I highly doubt, but still a possibility, I guess. But a lot of people are pointing to Tszyu because of what the WBO president said about that situation and Terence Crawford. My question is that a bigger fight than the Errol Spence rematch at 154? I just want to break that down, give my 7,000 nickels for anybody left.
So everybody quickly got upset with Terence Crawford. And they were like, Terence Crawford is ducking Jaron Boots Ennis. Turns out that's not true either, because Terence Crawford, according to Bomac, has not even been offered the Jaron Boots Ennis fight. Hopefully, they're hoping that Tszyu, and they said they're rooting for Tszyu. Why? Because Keith Thurman doesn't have any interest in fighting Terence Crawford. And now, what's ironic about this situation is that the WBO belt is not on the line in this fight March 30th. But Tszyu, if he loses, he still loses the belt. But if Keith Thurman wins, he don't pick up the belt.
All right, y'all. So, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, Tszyu. What's really going on?
Can I call you Daddy?
Hell no. And if I find out you've been going through my shit, I'm going to beat you in your ass.
So, Terence Crawford, Tszyu. 154 for the WBO Skrizap. Now, I recently heard that if Tszyu actually loses to Keith Thurman, that he won't be the WBO champion.
Oh, don't poop while I'm talking to you.
I'm not sure how true that is, but that is something I just heard. And I find that kind of weird. I thought that he was already elevated to the champion and that the Keith Thurman fight wasn't a title fight. So I'm not sure why he would lose that title if he lost to Keith Thurman. Maybe I misheard, but I'm sure that's what I heard. But anyway, when it comes to Terence Crawford, Tszyu, is that a bigger fight than the Errol Spence rematch at 154 or even Errol Spence fighting Tszyu? Well, when you look at the numbers, obviously the numbers are going to tell you the other way around. The Errol Spence Tszyu fight or the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight would actually be a bigger fight. Why? Because Errol Spence has the history of selling pay-per-views at a decent enough number, where Terence Crawford and Tszyu, although I like Tszyu, they just don't have the numbers to back up the claims that that's a bigger fight.
You gotta call me kid.
Oh! And the reason I'm asking this question is because what I'm hearing from fans, what I'm hearing from these fighters, what I'm hearing from promoters and other analysts is it's all about the money. It's all about the money. Terence Crawford should only be taking mega money fights at this point in his career. And if you're going after mega money fights, then you would most likely be looking at names that have a history of drawing in big numbers on pay-per-view. So when you ask me which one of those would be a bigger fight, it's always going to be any fight involving Errol Spence's name at the moment. Now, I'm not saying Errol Spence's name is always going to hold weight like that because he took a loss to Terence Crawford, and if he takes another loss in his career, in this generation of boxing, his career is dead. So, I'm not saying that he's always going to be this way, but at the moment, the history of selling pay-per-views is on the side of Errol Spence Jr.
You have smoked yourself retarded.
Now, when it comes to actual competition levels, I think people might have a different arguing point because of the way Errol Spence lost. I think a lot of people might feel like, well, he lost to Terence Crawford, Tszyu will most likely beat him as well, which I have to disagree with. And people would say, well, Terence Crawford already beat him at 147. He would destroy him at 154 because he's a bigger fighter, which I disagree with as well. But in my mind, I think that if it's all based off the money, if it's only because of the money that you're making these fights, you're only looking for mega fights to help you go into retirement because you're going to need that money once you retire. then of course the Errol Spence Jr. fight is the biggest money fight out there.
You know where that come from? Watching that damn TV.
Here's the thing about that. You know, which one of those fights would be better? Which one of those fights would be bigger? Because if Tszyu wins, it's really on Tszyu to make that decision. It's not necessarily on Terence Crawford to decide, hey, I'm going to fight Tszyu next. Because Tszyu can say, I don't want to fight you. You don't have the history of selling pay-per-views. I actually want to fight Errol Spence because he has the history of selling pay-per-views. So at the end of the day, I really think it's up to Tszyu more than it's up to Terence Crawford if Tszyu wins. And I actually feel like the Tszyu-Errol Spence fight would be easier to make. Don't have to go through the politics of dealing with Terence Crawford. They're both dealing with PBC boxing. And I think that contract could be put together just like that. You know, it could be made in a snap. So if you ask me which one of those fights would be bigger, I think it depends on what pair you're looking at. If you're looking at Errol Spence fighting Tszyu or Terence Crawford fighting Tszyu, I think that the Errol Spence fight would actually be bigger because the Texas audience is going to tune in, and Terence Crawford comes from a smaller state. So I think there's going to be a lot more people that would tune in to watch Errol Spence Tszyu than would actually tune in to watch Terence Crawford Tszyu.
Don't try this at home.
And, you know, here's a monkey wrench in that. I actually think the Jerron Ennis fight would do better for Terence Crawford than the Tszyu fight would. I think he's only going after Tszyu because he wants that extra oomph on his legacy when it comes to saying, I went through, 4 divisions, that I became a champion in 4 divisions, instead of saying, hey, I fought Jerron Ennis to become undisputed 2 times. I think the undisputed twice would actually be bigger than just collecting one more belt at 154, because he's never going to be undisputed at 154. Plus, the Jerron Ennis fight is so easy to make, you know, and he could have already made that fight. Jerron Ennis, for a while there, about 4 months, didn't have anything on his table, and now he has this purse bid with Cody Crowley, so, you know, now his name is kind of getting taken off the table. So, Terence Crawford, I think, for lack of a better word, he waited out Errol Spence and he waited out Jerron Boots Ennis as well.
What did you say, nigga?
My thing about Terence Crawford is this. I don't understand why he's holding those titles hostage if he has no intentions of defending the belts. So, at the end of the day, I think that Errol Spence Tszyu is a bigger fight. I think that Terence Crawford Boots Ennis is the biggest fight that he could possibly make.
When you get money, you lose a lot of people.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
Because I stopped being a human being and I started being money to people.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
Instead of you calling me, you know, the calls that used to be the call to laugh about some shit on Instagram or just cuz or bro. Now it's like everything is an Apple Pay or a Cash App request. Everybody got a story and a call. It's just like everything is just bullshit, bro.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
That's the most painful shit ever. You know, you can have the things, you can live a life, but it get real lonely at the motherfucking top.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
Because now the people that you thought love you, if they can't take advantage of you, you become fake, you become Hollywood. The 10,000 yeses, the 1 no, you ain't shit.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
You'll be like, fuck them, cuz. But as a human, it hurt because it be people that you love, you be like, damn.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. The like button for me. Share, subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, but you're more than likely to get a response on the tube. So holler at me over there. If you want to collab or feature a product of your channel on my channel, feel free to hit my Gmail because it is a flock of cards at gmail.com. And we are Manny.
I need a chick that's down the ride. I had one that claimed CK like Calvin Klein, so she hate when I wear blue. She like keys, I ain't trying to share you, but I'm prepared to. I had a West End chick, she the opposite. See me in my Louisville jersey, get the knocking it. She stay around to see if fatter player pockets get. Yeah, they stick around even though I get around. The fact I'm a player hard to get around. Had a rich girl chilling out in Middletown. Had a Iroquois chick. had to sit her down, cause she kept going to the club getting wild. Had a new bird girl, but she wasn't live. But she had a ride and she let her play a drive. Had a valley girl, had to put her on the side. Told her we could settle down when I'm 35.
Bitches in every hood.
Keep it tight, you know I'll be right back.
I got bitches in every hood.
I keep it real, I ain't trying to make.
I wish that they understood.
Just chill, maybe get it on.
I got bitches in every hood.
This nigga was keys, I had a girl out in Prospect. She always tell me money ain't an object. I left alone for my girl in the projects. She always tell me keys, you can cop it. You can't knock it, cause she beautiful. Her black Lucy Lou, get her nails done, put my name on the cuticles. See us out and about on the usual. Might take her to the mall and the movies too. But after that, don't try me. I got a sugar mama chilling out in Shavli. And if I act wisely, she provide me. So it evens out. Gotta speak about my Indiana girls, can't leave them out. Out in J City, looking way pretty. Through thick and thin, I hope they stay with me, but they probably won't, cause I got them other things with me.
Bitches in every hood.
Keep it tight, you know I'll be right back.
I got bitches in every hood.
I keep it real, I ain't trying to make.
I wish that they understood.
Just chill, maybe get it on.
I got bitches in every hood.
This new was keys, that's the law.
I got bitches in every hood. I got bitches in every hood. I wish that they understood. I wish that they understood. I got bitches in every hood. I got bitches in every hood. I wish that they understood. I wish that they understood. I got bitches in every hood.
Keep it tight, you know I'll be right back.
I got bitches in every hood.
I keep it real, I ain't trying to make.
I wish that they understood.
Just chill, maybe get it
I
on.
got bitches in every hood.
This new was keys.